If you're watching this video, then you are probably worried that you or somebody that you love might have borderline personality disorder. And, well, there's good news and bad news on that, okay? The good news is borderline personality disorder is not a disease. It's not like influenza. It's not something you can catch or something that we can test for that you have. The bad news, borderline personality disorder, as well as any personality disorder, it's a system of habits of behavior. It's not so much that you find out one day that you have BPD, it's that you find out one day that the way that you are fits with that syndrome. That's what a personality disorder is. It just means that you have trouble interacting with society because of a system of habitual behaviors. Now, what are those habitual behaviors? When it comes to borderline personality disorder, the core of it is intense interpersonal relationships. It's difficult to be connected to somebody without it being a very dramatic and intense situation. And this will go back and forth. If you have borderline personality disorder, you will cleave to certain people and then avoid them. Any slight insult or rejection from the people that you feel close to will, flip your opinion of them from, well, this is the best friend I've ever had, to, oh, this person hates me. They call that splitting. Splitting, when your opinion of a person switches from one end of the spectrum to the other. And that is something that marks borderline personality disorder. Intense interpersonal relationships, very difficult time staying close with a person without wanting to run away and isolate from them or lash out at them because, you perceive that they hate you all of a sudden. That's a big thing in borderline personality disorder. Another core aspect of BPD is an unstable sense of self. One reason it's hard to connect with other people is you don't even really know who you are at any given time. You're always struggling to identify what your concept of you is. It's like that Adam Sandler movie with Drew Barrymore, 50 First Dates, where she wakes up every day and she doesn't know, like all her memories are gone. Only we keep our memories, we just don't have a stable sense of self from day to day or hour to hour or minute to minute. Chronic emptiness is another thing that marks borderline personality disorder, just feeling hollow, feeling like you're not really there. That's another sign that BPD might be a label that fits you. Getting labeled is something that people fear. Like, oh, well, what if I get diagnosed with borderline? Am I a monster after that? I mean, it really doesn't matter if you get diagnosed or not. If the behaviors are there, the behaviors are there. Getting the diagnosis is really just a good first step in self-awareness so that you can control the habitual behaviors that are making your life so difficult. I would encourage you to look at BPD Central. It's a website that has a lot of resources for borderline personality disorder. The National Alliance for Mental Illness, NAMI, look them up because they've got plenty of information. And there's also, I did a show about all 10 personality disorders in the DSM, and I'll put the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit like. I do comedy. I talk about mental illness a lot. Advocate for a lot of things. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I run home to get out of the rain. Oh my God. 2 days in a row this is happening? I have to check the weather forecast before I leave the house. Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Every time I leave the house. Every time I leave the house. Why does this keep happening, Alabama? Why do you check the weather forecast?